Mobili.
Top 10 small cruisers that outshine the big bikes. Say cruiser, and what springs to mind is a large long-stroke V-twin in chrome. However, it's not the size of the cruiser, it is how you use it. And for many reasons, a smaller, lighter motorcycle can be just as much fun as a bigger one. 10. Yamaha V-Star 250. The V-Star 250 hasn't changed in a long time, and at this point, it doesn't need to. It fulfills a need, one of giving a beginner the feel of a V-twin cruiser at a reasonable price. One can then go on to decide whether to get a larger V-twin cruiser or get with the modern cruiser program and opt for a parallel twin. Considering all the small displacement parallel twin cruisers all have a 180-degree firing order, the V-Star 250 will remain a unique experience for beginners for some time yet. 9. Honda Rebel 500. The Rebel 500 sits in the middle of the Rebel range, and it is a great bike for anyone, from beginner to advanced. It is one of the easiest motorcycles to get to terms with, and once you do, it is easy to have fun with it as well. It will also put a smile on your face with its reliability and ownership costs. The parallel twin engine has a 180-degree firing order, which is a little old school, but it is used across most of the Honda 500 cubic centimeters range, so spare shouldn't be a problem. 8. Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. The Super Meteor 650 is the kind of cruiser you get when you prefer to go low and slow on a budget. It has an old-school engine in the air-cooled SOHC parallel twin, but it is modern enough with the 270-degree firing order and fuel injection. It is mated to a 6-speed gearbox with a slipper clutch. Look closer, and you'll notice that the Super Meteor 650 has inverted front forks, and all the suspension has been developed by specialist Showa. Pay a little more for the celestial paint, and Royal Enfield will throw in a much more comfy touring seat, windshield, and pillion backrest in as well. 7. Kawasaki Vulcan S. If you like the idea of the Rebel 500, but feel like it won't have the performance to engage you, then you should have a look at the Vulcan S. Like the Honda, it shares a bunch of components with other products in the manufacturer's range. This makes it quite an exciting cruiser. The engine has more power, with 61 horsepower, and ABS costs $500 extra. It also has Kawasaki's ErgoFit Tech, which should make it easy to find a good riding position for you. It could use an upgrade to a TFT display, though. 6. Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. If you miss the old-school Harley-Davidsons, but don't miss their lack of reliability, Yamaha has a solution for you. The Bolt R-Spec is the closest you'll get to a new Iron 883. It has an air-cooled V-twin nestled in a downtube frame, and disc brakes at both ends that help stop a 19/16 inch wheel combination. Simple suspension with twin rear shocks that have preload adjustment round off the package. There are no modern conveniences like a TFT display or ABS, but that is exactly what the Bolt R-Spec is about. 5. Harley-Davidson Nightster. The Nightster is a surprisingly good cruiser for those who aren't familiar with products with the bar and shield on them. It is a modern machine, with a trellis frame that uses the engine as a stressed member, and the engine itself is quite advanced. This is a short-stroke, liquid-cooled V-twin with variable valve timing on the intake valves. It thus straddles the high-torque demand of traditionalists, while offering revvy fun to newcomers. And with the price drop, it is not only the most powerful cruiser under $10,000, it also offers the most safety with traction control, ABS, and drag torque slip control. 4. Honda Rebel 1100 DCT. The Rebel 1100 has lost its crown as the king of the sub-$10,000 cruisers to the Nightster, so it is now up to the automatic version to keep customers interested. This is the only automatic cruiser available today, a fact that is quite surprising even to us. Honda hasn't skimped on the driveline either. This is the Africa Twin 1100 DCT driveline in a more relaxed state of tune, so you can be assured there will always be torque on hand. The reliability is beyond reproach, too. The 6-speed automatic transmission also has a manual override with buttons on the handlebar, should you wish to take control of gear selection into your own hands. 3. Triumph Bonneville Speedmaster. The Bonneville Speedmaster feels like a large motorcycle because of its styling, but it really isn't. Its engine displacement is just a little more than the Rebel 1100, and it generates less power than the Honda. It oozes retro charm, though, and you'll feel like you rule the road when you ride it. It is also one of our favorites for two-up riding. So should you be keen to have your significant other share in your riding experiences, the Speedmaster is worth a gander. 2. Harley-Davidson Sportster S. The Sportster S is quite similar to the Nightster, but takes things a couple of steps further. Like the Nightster, it has a trellis frame and uses the engine as a part of it. It also has a Revolution Max engine, but this is the larger displacement one with variable valve timing on both the intake as well as the exhaust valves. Cruise control is standard, and premium components like Showa suspension, Brembo brakes, and a 4-inch TFT display are standard. Harley-Davidson's full safety suite is also equipped, which means that the Sportster S isn't just a pretty face. 1 Indian 101 Scout. The 101 Scout competes with the Sportster S, so it aims to provide the same things as the Harley, but it approaches them in a different way. It has a traditional down-tube chassis, twin rear shocks, and fewer horses. It also weighs a little more than Sportster S. However, it manages to get itself back into the game with its fully adjustable suspension. Yes, even the twin rear shocks, twin Brembo 320mm front brake discs, and a TFT display that not only is a touchscreen but also is connected. That means navigation, traffic alerts, weather alerts, and vehicle location all are accessible to the rider.
I hope to inspire you and help you learn more about your favorite theme. Subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think.